feel for. That is called looping. Our 4th and 5th grade teachers loop, 7th and 3rd grade teachers loop, and our K1 teachers loop. Today we will talk about innovative strategies for classroom teachers. Just simple strategies you can use in the classroom to ensure that your students are learning in an innovative way, because we know that they were all born in the 21st century and our traditional methods of teaching may not work for some. So we have to create new ways to reach the learner. Okay? Everyone have a word scrabble. All right? These are terms that you will hear when you attend workshops. The 8 mathematical practices and RTI and all of those words that we are familiar with. We're going to do a simple activity to see if we can unscramble the words. Okay? What's the purpose for doing this? The purpose is to win a prize. Okay? And the prize is something that all teachers desire. You can never have enough of it. You would never leave it in the teacher's lounge. You will share it. You don't want to share it. You will make sure that person returns it to you. Okay? Everybody always want to borrow it. And if I had 100, it's not enough for the school year. What is it? What is it? It's the most desirable object a teacher can have. What is it?
Copy paper.
Bingo. Copy paper. Listen, I would, Ms. Hamilton, I would give you, I would say you won this, but I did ask for 10 rims. They gave me 1.
That's okay. That's
they
okay.
gave me 1, but when Ms. Hamilton worked at my school, so you will get one out of my classroom for that. Okay? Somebody said, someone said a pencil sharpener. I said, I can't give away pencil sharpener.
I said ink.
Ink. Someone said ink. The ink is $60 bucks. Okay. So just tell me your name and what school you work at, and what grade you teach, and we'll move on. We'll go right. Okay. Count them up, let's see how many you have. We have 1. Anyone more than 9?
6.
6. We have a winner.
Where's the winner?
Me.
What, girl?
You play my favorite guy, Lil on Scrum.
Oh, girl.
Anything with words I can give you. I kept looking at that. This is what I had me something. I had
You know, I would have never got you.
So we're going to finish up. You want. All right, look at the dance right now. Okay. Go ahead and see a word back with help us out. All right. Number 1. All right, we do number 1 every day. What is it? Number 1. I missed a while on number 2. What's number 2? Bigger. Awesome. All right. And number 3 is
RTI.
And you need to have these in the office every Thursday on time. What is it?
Lesson plan.
Lesson plan. You better have what in it?
Standards.
You better have those standards in there. All right. And the way we teach is strategies, all right? And don't give up on the baby. See it through. What is that called? Persevere. Awesome. And as a teacher, I must do what for each lesson? Model. Okay? All right? And when teaching math, the students must attend to precision. Okay? What? I forgot what number 10. What's number 10? Reasoning. All right? Because we want that student to reach that particular
benchmark
to prepare for the
ACT.
Aspire. Very good. And all of my babies are
Gifted.
in some way or another. And I enjoy working at my school. And what? On the count of 3, everybody just yell out number 15. Ready? 3. Assessment. We talk about assessment all the time. All right. Now, I know my owl little Puffy. My dog got sick. yesterday, and I had to take him to the vet. And I'm allergic to dogs. When I put him in the car, the pet dander went everywhere, and the doctor said, "Hey, you got to keep him in the house." Now, so I kept him in the house, and when I woke up this morning, I knew I had this presentation. My eye was like this, and it was like this, but it was actually bigger, okay? So don't look at me and think I got into a fight last night, because I did not get into a fight. All right, so innovative strategies for classroom teachers, all right? This is the way I was taught, okay? Just me, with the stick and everything, and you know the stick have more than one purpose, right? Okay? So we're gonna talk about new ways to teach the 21st century learner. Why am I calling them the 21st century learner? Because everybody, maybe not in high school, but everyone in the elementary school setting was born in the 21st century. They were born into technology. 2 years old, they were maneuvering through the cell phone, okay? Their attention span is digital. They can't sit still. They can watch 5 TV channels at one time. If you have a teenager, you should know what I'm talking about. All right? So, sometimes when we teach the students, we might run into a bump in the road. Have you ever run into a bump in the road?
Yes.
Plenty of times, okay? And did you ever have a solution? You had the solution for the problem, but someone said you can't do that. You can't do it, okay? It's against policy. All right, so today we're gonna try to find strategies to motivate and to encourage and promote student learning, all right? This technology here is not that great, so I'll be traveling back and forth. All right. Have you ever felt like you were stuck on an escalator?
Yes.
But is it possible to be stuck on an escalator?
You
Can
can
you?
always walk down
You
there.
can always walk down the escalator, but sometimes we know what the solution is, but we are afraid to apply it. True or false? We're not afraid to apply it, we just can't do it because of the rule. So let's try something here. So today we're going to try to get off that escalator. I find myself stuck on the escalator often. Okay? Sometimes in my mind I have my lesson plans together. I mean, not in my mind, but I think I have my lesson plans together. And then one small thing can happen and it's disrupted. Okay? Have you all ever been stuck on an elevator or felt like you're in the classroom and things just didn't go right? Would anyone like to share a time when you felt like you were just stuck? Because we want so much for our babies, true or false?
True.
But sometimes we just can't do it. I know I'm stuck with technology. I do not have enough technology, and sometimes the technology does not work. Okay, so would someone like to share a moment when you felt like you were
Being
stuck?
cut from his high school basketball team, he went
Yes,
home,
ma'am.
locked himself in his
Talk
room,
about technology.
and cried.
Just as we were starting to review for exams in the spring, my smartboard died. And I have no blackboard, and I write all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So we tried several solutions, going to the library, trying to go to the computer labs, trying to move to another classroom. Ended up, my kids had to write every single word I said, so that we could do the review and they would have the notes they needed for exam.
So you didn't give up. You found a solution to
What
the
are you
problem.
gonna do? You gotta do
That's right.
something.
You gotta do something, okay? Because you got off the escalator, right? You got off the escalator. Anyone else have something they want to share? Yes, ma'am.
Sure. By being in the library, a lot of times people say we don't have the resources, but we have a lot of old material on the shelf. So before I left, I was weeding. You have to also be able to replenish those books.
Mhm.
And they have not given the libraries any money. It's been 7 years. So when people say you don't have this, you don't have that, just look on the website and see the resources that we do have out there for you to use. It's instead of those on the shelf.
That's right, so you use other resources, okay? And we find ourselves doing that. We might not even realize that we're doing it, but we are gonna find a way to teach that skill to those kids. Now, what about behavior? What about behavior? Do you feel stuck, when it's time to discipline your students, classroom management? Do you feel like no one is there for you sometimes? As you know, if you call mom is gonna say, I'm gonna get him, I'm gonna get her.
Yeah.
And the child is looking at you like,
Yeah,
she's gonna
you're
get
right,
me.
yep.
She's gonna get me. Or they might tell you, she's just saying that mom's not gonna do anything. But what happens when you send that child to the office? What happens when you send them to the office?
Most time they come back to the classroom.
They come back. Why do they come back to the classroom? We don't have no what?
Documentation.
We don't have any documentation. If little Johnny is cutting up, they want me to put it in a discipline law, right? Okay, so I teach for my smart board. So if I'm teaching and I have everyone actively engaged and little Johnny is cutting up, should I stop my lesson and get the discipline law? Johnny, come sign the discipline law. Now you know discipline law is a legal what? It's a legal document. So your words must be right. Your sentences must be complete. My discipline log, I cannot turn it in. Number one, I can't keep up with it. But my discipline log, I cannot turn it in because I'm so busy trying to teach that I'm writing fast. That's what he did. And when I look at it, it looked like a kindergarten handwriting. Okay? So I'm not gonna sit into the office looking like that. And I don't have time to rewrite it. And Johnny has won again. True or false? True. Okay? Now, how can we document Johnny's behavior without interrupting instructional time? Why do we spend so much time addressing negative behavior? And then, do they understand? Who gets the most attention? The good student or the student that's demonstrating improper behavior? What student do you remember, if you see him in the grocery store, two of them, my good student and my student that was a little challenging, which one could you say, hey, Johnny, or would it be, hey, Sally? Which one would you know? Okay. Sally, the good one or the one that was cut up? The good one, I normally remember the names of the ones that, because I had to write the names down, you know. But what if we could find an effective way to reduce negative behaviors in the classroom? Could we teach better?
Mm-hmm.
Would we enjoy going to work every day?
Yes.
Would every student be motivated?
Mm-hmm.
Would learning take place? More learning take
More
place.
learning.
Okay? When you follow the discipline plan, the first time that child have an incident, what should you do? On your discipline law, what should you do? Okay, warning. What's next?
One-on-one teacher and student.
All right. Teacher one-on-one. Then what? What's next? We can do those two. What's the hard one? What's third?
Parent come.
But before you do that, you gotta do what?
Call
You gotta call, okay? You gotta call mom, okay? Now, I've already gave him a warning, one-on-one conference. Now it's time to call mom. So I go to the office, get the car, dial the number, I gotta call mom. What happened when you call mom? Okay. All right, it's hard. So, and then on your discipline log, you're gonna write, call mom, phone was disconnected or no answer, all that, right? So I have used a lot of energy dealing with this negative behavior, right? Okay. But mom, 9 times out of 10, the parent will have a cell phone. They might not keep the same cell phone, but they have their cell phone, true or false?
True.
And with every cell phone, there's an email associated with it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and if they wanna keep their contacts, they must use that same email address. Okay, so how about this? You wanna document it instead of calling mom? What if we just send her a simple email? Your baby had a bad day today. Your baby had a bad day, little Johnny did this, that. And you send an email. She respond, fine. If she don't, do I have legal documentation?
Yes, you do.
Yes, I do. So when I send Johnny to the office, Mr. Cody, where's your documentation? Oh, I just forwarded it to you. Check your email.
Yep.
Check your email. I have a hard copy and an electronic copy. And if you want me to transfer all of this onto the discipline law, I will do that on my planning period or on my break, but I'm not gonna interrupt my instructional time with my kids. What is the number one reason why we write office referrals? They don't fight every day. They don't use profanity.
I barely write them, so.
Hmm?
I barely write them.
Right.
To get them out your classroom.
All right, and what is the greatest reason? Because you can't just say, I asked him to stop talking, he wouldn't stop talking, so I'm gonna write an office referral. What is that big D word we always write on the office referral?
Fine.
He's being defiant. Is this being defiant? Son, do you work? Do you work?
But you know what I find, sometimes it has to do with a person's, tolerance level, because sometimes what I may tolerate, and the next teacher may not tolerate. I have a 6-year-old myself, and I teach first grade, so a lot of stuff that I mean, I see that my child at home doing, that lets me know, okay, well, this particular child is in my classroom, not really is that bad, because my child does the same thing, it has to do with something about their age appropriate level. Some things are just, some things you could just say, okay, they're just being a kid, just being a child. But most teachers, like, they want to just sit in this little cubby hole, in this little box, and want to not say anything, not say a word. And kids need to at least say something, because if you have them quiet the whole entire day, they're gonna be chaotic.
Mm-hmm.
It also has to do with the understanding level of that child and the teacher. We have to understand the children that we work with. That's one of the biggest things. You know, we're educators every day. We think it's gonna be easy, but if we don't understand the background of that child, because when we're teaching a child, we're teaching the whole child, not just that person that's sitting in that seat, but we're teaching the child that family. So understanding the child, the background, and does that child actually understand what's acceptable, you know, in society? Okay, this is his first year in school. He didn't go to pre-K or Head Start or anything like that, but his mama threw him in school, and now he's here with us, first grade. Okay, does he understand what a structured environment is and how to conduct himself? Because at home, he's running amok. He's just all over the place. So a lot of times, those are things that we have to take into consideration, but when we do the documentation, we're documenting not just the, I guess you would say, the inappropriate behavior, we're documenting so that we can actually get that child help. And I speak from special education.
Kind of conversation we need to have.
Yeah.
We need to share that, because like what you said, what worked for one teacher, and you said it too, what worked for one teacher does not work for another. And because we're dealing with different type of learners, you can't yell at them. If you're yelling at them, you're gonna have a problem. And I guarantee you, that teacher that's in the kid's face are the same teachers that's going home with a headache every day, because they are using too much energy being negative. And we need to take some of that negativity out, and we need to reward and we need to praise the students, because they don't get that often. They do not get that often. And the proof is in the pudding. Look at our community right now. I'm going through the news, I'm reading the newspaper. Those are some of the same kids that I walked with, that I talked with, that were little babies, that did not have those type of behaviors, but I could see it coming. And we can only do so much. We can only do so much. Why should a child sit in a person's classroom and that person is talking about them and hurting their feelings? They're coming to school, number one, to get an education, but secondly, Right, that's different, but a lot of them are coming because of the love that we give out.
Yes, yes.
That we give out, you
Yep.
know. If you notice,
Yes.
they don't miss many days. They don't miss many days.
Mm-mm.
Even the ones that are the most challenging student will be there every day
Mhm.
because
Every
of
day.
you, because
Every
of
day.
us, okay? And if you're not, they know if you're genuine, they know.
Yes.
So we need to take the negative and turn it into a positive. And I would like to see a committee, built on that, and where we can go into the different schools, and it's kind of hard, that teacher that's being so aggressive towards the students, it's hard to talk to them, but if they would just listen,
Right.
it will be easier for them. you
Or
know.
they would just take the time out to think if that was their child.
Or it couldn't be that.
How would they feel?
Yeah, how would you
Yeah.
talk to that child if that was your child? Because a lot of teachers that I have observed talk to the children, they don't talk, when their children come, they don't talk to.
Let's think of a strategy we can use in the classroom that will help curb inappropriate behavior. I did the research on my school. I looked at the discipline report, and you can get your school's discipline report from the counselor if you ask for it. But we had maybe 7 fights, documented fights, the whole school year. But we had 78 incidents of defiance. And the defiance came from grades K through 3, okay? So that goes back to that teacher that's yelling at the kids, because I can't see 6, 7, 8-year-old just being totally defiant when you would write 7 and 8 office referrals without doing something to change their behavior, okay? So maybe we don't know, some people don't know how to change those behaviors. So I wanted to look at this behavioral management program called Class Dojo. Have anyone used this? You heard of it? Okay. So I have a little demo class set up, and I don't know how it will work in high school, but maybe you can, if you use it, maybe you can share it with me later through an email. But I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 students, okay? Brad Pitt, Cameron Diaz, Holly Berry, Johnny Depp, and Matt Damon, okay? All of my babies are good students. But this one little guy, he like to play with scissors. Put the paper scissors, and he tell me he's Edward Scissorhands. Who is it?
Johnny Depp.
Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp, oh, this guy here, I'm working with him, okay? So, when my biggest problem is when the students come in from PE, okay? When they transition back to the classroom from PE, and I'm speaking of, well, they do it too in high school, right? So when they come back from PE, they want to tell the teacher, let's come, this happened at PE.
Yes.
He pulled my hair. Let's go, he pulled my hair, he called me the B word, he kicked me, let's go. Why didn't you address it then? Okay? Well, I tried to tell him, but blah, 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 blah. So now I have 10 minutes of wasted instructional time because I must listen to them, okay? So, when they come in from PE, with the classroom dojo, you can get positive and negative remarks, okay? I'm trying to get away from the negative remarks, okay? Unless it's something bad, profanity, okay? Should we write a student up for calling the little girl a B word, but we didn't hear what she told you?
No.
Should we write an office preferred? But should
No.
we document it?
Document,
We should
yes.
document it, okay? And when we document that, how much time do we lose in the classroom?
About 2, 3 minutes.
About 2 or 3 minutes, right? And we need all of the instructional time we can possibly get. So, and I'm gonna give you a scenario that actually happened to me. So let's talk about the positive rewards. Brad, Cameron, Halle Berry, and Matthew, they came to class. They were on task. They sat down. They pulled their books out, and they looked at me, and they were like, I'm ready to learn. They're working on their daily work or whatever. But Johnny, he's still in his cubby over here. He's playing around and getting his book bag, and he's looking at me. And he's waiting for me to do what?
Say something.
Say
He want me to
something
say
to
something
him.
to him.
Yep.
Okay, so he's playing around. So I'm looking at Brad. And Johnny and Brad, they really don't get along. They don't even go to the same movie theaters or whatever, you know. But Brad is on task. So I just come over here and go ahead and turn your volume up as loud as you possibly, but not too loud. But so people in the hall can hear, put it like that. So I click on Brad and I teach from my smart board. So I just go and open up this tab and you will hear that sound. Now, Ms. Hamilton, Ms. Mason, you work at Eddie Nixon, you know when the kids hear that sound, it will save the day for you, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Because now the other 24, 25, and in some cases 28 students, they hear that
They
sound,
wanna hear the sound.
Yep.
they're gonna stand there to teach. They're ready because guess what? I want one, okay? So Johnny's, he's looking now. He's looking, he's not in his seat, but he's looking. I'm not really paying you. You're not gonna disturb the class, John. Oh, Cameron, wow, you on the right page. I'm still teaching. Johnny was sat down, but Johnny's not gonna get that partial dojo yet. He's gonna have to earn his dojo. He's gonna get one. Cause I want him to feel good about himself. Now, what about negative behavior? Off task.
That piece of documentation.
Ooh, girl, what
Yeah,
you
I like
say?
that.
Say it again.
Documentation, like you just know, my lord.
Does it
They
say
have
the
time and everything, be perfect, it has exact time.
The same. I'm showing you. Now I'm guilty of this. Off task. Oh, let me let you hear how it sounds. Like I said, go ahead and turn that speaker up because you want this to be the worst sound in the world. You do not want this sound associated with your name. So you come over here, Halle Berry, she's off task, and you know how sensitive Halle Berry is. And that's the sound you hear, sound like the air going out of the truck tire. And when you see that, when you hear that, that is also an attention getter because the kids want to know who got the negative remark. But what I want to do, this is what I want to do with this. Instead of saying on task, participate, and working hard, especially with the need work, I want to change my my dojos. I don't want it to say off task, okay? Because I can just, if you're not paying attention, I can hit you with off task. Okay, I want some serious offenses, okay? I want to change this, and you can change them by clicking this thing right here, okay? Click this, and you can type in, you can name the behavior you want, okay? So, I want to be explicit, profanity, hitting.
Ms. Scott, let me ask you something. So with this now, okay, we're talking about documentation. Now, and like I say, RTI, we can take this to RTI. You can take it to RTI, but now when you get to special education and you bring that to my table and you tell me profanity, because this child's gonna need an FBA, right? Make sure you target the words that they say. Because when you come to the table, then I need more than just profanity.
Right.
Even if you said off task, okay, what are the off task behaviors?
Mm-hmm.
So this is good and it's wonderful documentation, but it's got to be more in depth. It's got to give you more information. Because when you start looking at that child as the whole, you know, I look at psychological things. You know, I'm gonna look at
Class dojo is, we don't want to interrupt instructional time. We don't want to do that, okay? The rule is to go ahead and put it on your discipline log. Now, if I had a simple task, and I'm not being specific, but let's say the child used the B word, and I hit profanity, okay? Of course, I'm gonna come back when I have time. I'm sure he's not gonna say 10 bad words in this class setting. So after he's gone, then I can go ahead and do my documentation. I'm gonna remember what he said, okay? Then I will do that. If it's so serious that I must stop class, we need to go to the office. If it's that serious, okay? Now, here's an example. a student. And I didn't know this, and I'm still learning because I didn't know what you just said, okay? Now, 21st century learning, I would say that a lot. We were taught, if someone hit you, hit them back. That's what we were taught. We didn't always do that because we respected our teachers and we respected rules, okay? But now the parents give them a better choice. If someone hits you, tell the teacher. That's what the parents tell them. If someone hits you, tell the teacher. But then they say, and if the teacher don't do anything, that's when you go and get them.
Come on now.
You know what I'm saying? That's what they teach them. So, I was challenged by a student this year, Mr. Cody, and you know how the fifth grade girls can do their head and when they're mad, and if a little boy called them a B, it's not good. She did everything right. She raised her hand. I knew she was mad. I didn't know why. Right out of PE, she raised her hand. Yes, ma'am. Mr. Cody, Johnny called me the V word. You better get him, because if you don't get him, I'm gonna do something to him. Ooh. I didn't ask him. I didn't say anything. I hit Johnny's name. I hit knees work. I hit profanity, and I kept it moving. Her need has been satisfied. He has been disciplined. This is a true story. She was fine after that. He got the dojo. She was fine. Next thing I know, I'm teaching. All I teach is math, so we're doing math. All of a sudden, I get this. Johnny's mom, Big Bill. Who have a cell phone? Who called Johnny's mom up here?
Wow.
How, I almost said her name. Miss Johnny's mom, my son's up here using, this is one of the good parents. My son is using profanity. Come here. Hold on. How do you know? It just happened. It's an app. On the phone.
Wait a minute,
Whoa.
this will send a text message to the parent's phone?
You got me kidding.
Wow. I love it. I love it.
Oh my God.
I love it.
Oh, yeah.
Every single time. Every time. Look at me. Halle B's parent, Bradley's parent, Matthew's
I
parent.
love
They get that on the camera.
Document.
They get that on the camera. Now
Then
guess
when
what?
the parent says, what did he do? You can
There it
say.
is. There it is.
That's it, right there.
Wow.
You know,
Man.
that's it.
When you ain't tell me my child ain't acting up, no, yes, ma'am.
I know
You
that's
got
right.
it. You got it straight.
And also you can use Remind 101 as well. It's for the teacher, not the student.
Mhm.
You can use that as another source of sending text messages to your parents.
Remind 101.
101.
Remind 101.
Remind.
M-I-N-D?
R-E-M-I-N-D.
Remind.
Remind, okay.
Remind 101.
And that'll send them one also.
I think I've heard of that one.
Students
Remind,
don't get
mind.
that.
Wow, this time is getting past. Okay. Conduct grades. How do we get conduct grades?
It's a miracle now.
Huh?
How we feel?
How you feel, right? How do we measure conduct? How do we measure conduct? I know I have a little girl in my class. She will not be quiet. She can't. She tried. She cried. I mean, not cry, try. I take her batteries out. I'm pretending like she have batteries in her bag. I take her batteries out, and she'll, but it only lasts for a while. But she's a straight A student. She is a straight A student. And I want her to be successful and move on and go to the magnet school. So you can't really get in the magnet school making C's in conduct. Okay? So what do? All A's, conduct grade, it says numerical, right? She's getting the lowest A I can give her. She's getting a 90, okay? Now her mom can come up there and challenge me on this, and I can't, I don't have anything, nothing, okay? But I can take this tool, and I can look at my reports. And I didn't give them any dojo. Oh, there it is. And as you can see, what my grades are. It's right there. Right. That was just in one day, but if you do a whole 9 weeks, over here to the left and sharp.
Okay.
Now, you have measure conduct. You can use that as your conduct grade. Mr. Cody, how did I get a C in conduct? Report card day. How did I get a C in conduct? Look, Johnny, this is it right here, Johnny. That's your C, okay? All right. So, with that being said, this classroom goes up. The activity was chill, and I know you will. Log into Class Dojo and create a practice class and sign a few positive rewards, and you already know. And guess what? That's a great note. On the second time. I'm just walking with it. They think they're getting dojo, but they're not. So I can somebody say it for me? What is it?
Verbally.
Yes, that word right there. Without opening my mouth, I can discipline the student just by my action. Because they see it so much. But I might be giving a positive reward. 9 times out of 10, I am. Because I don't want negative behavior in the classroom.
Right.
And we only have a few that's cutting up in school, right? So, yeah, it will work on the iPad. Did it log on here?
No, sir.
To the education, and that is the use of game design. Elements in the non-game context. Gamification has tremendous potential in the education space. How can we use it to deliver truly meaningful experiences to the students? Now, I want you to think about this student. Here's a challenge. I want you to think about a student that you might be thinking about RTI. And this student have problems with every single assignment that you give him. But you can take the same student and put before him the most complex game, and he can master that game. Have you seen that before? Okay. Now, raise your hand if you play games on your phone. Okay, so we are all gamers in here.
Word burn.
Yeah, we know about you and your words. What about learning games? I play Hey Day. Anybody play Hey Day? Never heard of it. Okay. Hey Day is a farming game. What about Farmville? Oh, you heard of Farm? You used to play that? But I grew up playing this Pac-Man. And my mom would drop me off at the arcade, and I would play this Pac-Man till my quarters went out. What was my reward? Why? What's the purpose of playing games? Fun, but why do we keep doing it? Why? What are we doing? Trying to reach the next level?
Build points, next.
All right, once you level up, and then when you get to that level, what you want to do? Go for the next level. So can we use this? Can we make our kids learn through games? And you all have already answered that question. But as a whole, how many hours do you think we spend as a planet playing video games? As a planet. In a week. In 1 week.
A lot.
We spend 3 billion hours a week as a planet playing video games. But how many hours do we spend in the classroom, grade 7 through 12 in a year? Do it exceed this? Or is it less than that? As a planet, okay? Of course, the kids spend more time in the classroom, right? Than out of the classroom. They're not spending all their time playing video games when they're home. They spend more time in the classroom. So can we take that time and use different strategies to promote learning?
Definitely.
Absolutely. Okay. I want to look at a video by James McGonigal. She's talking about gamification and education. And you can keep working on your dojo. And I'm not going to play the whole thing like I said. I'm going to show what an epic win is.
like a championship or something?
Like never before.
I like that, never before, phenomenal. I had an epic win this school year. I had a problem. I teach math, like I said, I had a problem teaching fractions. They didn't get it. They could add fractions, I mean not add, they could multiply fractions, they could divide fractions, but they could not add fractions with unlike denominators. Now I pretended like they could, but they couldn't. Even my super students, I mean my straight A for life students, they didn't get it. And I exhausted every resource I had. I talked to people. I couldn't teach. I couldn't. And if you taught 5th grade math, you know the course of study, the planning guide, you had 8 weeks of fractions, right? 2 months. No, 3 months, because it started back in around Thanksgiving, okay? But my kids, they didn't learn, they couldn't get it. Until one day, the guy said, and this is the epic win, he just yelled out in my classroom, "Oh, now I get it." And I walked over to I'm not gonna call his name, you know what I'm talking about. I walked over there, and it was right. And I was like, "Well, let's do this one." And it was right. And I said, "Well, let's do this one." And it was right. And I said, "Come here. Do it up here. Do it on the smart board." And guess what?
Yeah.
I get it. That's how I get it. I get it. And he taught my class. Look, what I don't have a degree, I do.
Wow.
He taught them fractions because he was able to relate to them. And they mastered it. And when we took the ACT Aspire, they breathed on past the fraction part. They did it because of that child. Right there, his motivation, that epic win, helped those students master fractions. Let's see how we can use games in education. And my name is right here, James McDonald. If you want to take a look at that. But we're gonna play a game. We call Kahoot. You heard of it? Do you use it?
I use that one.
The kids love it. They love it. Okay. If you would, on your computers, if you could go to Kahoot.it, Kahoot.it, and guess what? I do have a prize for the winner. If you know your history here, you can win a pack of paper. I do have paper for you. I do have paper. I know we need paper. Okay. Do not put your real name in there. Use a nickname, okay? Use a nickname. And I like to use a nickname so we can't identify the student that might get it wrong. I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings. So go ahead and put a nickname in there once you join. YouTube video, you can embed, you already know, right? You can embed music. You can put a picture of your class right here, okay?
Still just prepared.
Alright. My nickname is Watch the Duck. Watch the Duck. Okay? We as teachers, we like ducks. I think we like ducks, right? Have you seen how the duck looks so cool floating? That's us in the classroom. My mama coming up here to see you, I'm still floating. Lesson plans do now, Mr. Cody. Still floating. Not sweating. They have meatloaf in the lunchroom. Still going. I'm just like this. Just like this. But if you look under the water, show 'em. The duck feet. That duck.
Like this.
And that's us as teachers. Because we are responsible for so much. And we don't have enough hours, we don't have enough years to teach the 25 years. That's not enough to do what we need to do. But if you see me out, if you see me at school, I'm like this. Just cool. But really, I'm pumped. I'm worried. Your mama coming up here for real? What's wrong? You know, but I'm not gonna let you know. Alright, so everyone's in, right? Alright. The trick is to respond quickly. Quicker you respond, the more points you get. You ain't never Miss Hamilton.
No, sir.
You wanna use mine?
I'm going, it's on, but it's just slow.
You need to use Google Chrome. That's why the Internet Explorer is like super duper slow. Okay? All right, 10 questions. Here we go. First question. What group of students was fighting for challenging school segregation in the Deep South? I know it's been a long time coming. Five answers. Little Rock 9.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if I taught this lesson, and I didn't, but let's pretend like I taught it. Did I teach it well?
Yes.
How do you know? Everybody got it right. As a teacher, what kind of assessment is that?
Formative.
Formative assessment. Do the students know that I'm testing them? They don't know it, do they? Do I need to stop right here and reteach? No, they match with their skill. All right, let's see who's gonna catch up. Keep my paper. All right, nice. Can't. Dunn, Money, and Bleak. Everybody else catch up. Who is responsible for launching the Birmingham bus boycott, pivotal for the civil rights movement? Put a picture on there. That's their giveaway. All right. Now that's probably an accident. Somebody clicked the wrong thing by accident. All right. That will happen sometime. I'm going to stop, shut it down, and see why we missed that. Okay. I can look at the screen and see who missed it because the screen is a different color. All right. Then I would say something like, and the winner is. We know who the winner is. All right. So I keep my paper. I keep my paper. I'm gonna give it to you.
Thank you.
Good job. Okay. Now, will this work in the classroom? And I am so glad that we have a high school teacher here. You said it worked.
Oh, yeah, my kids love it. The only
I'm
thing.
sorry, I didn't know you.
I'm Ms. Brantley, Kim Brantley. I
Okay.
teach
Okay.
business technology applications at least.
I want to take that class, business technology. Okay, so do you use it? Do you use
I
it?
don't, actually, last year I taught marketing and finance, but I will be using it.
Okay.
The only thing I know with high school kids is I make them put in their real name, because high school kids will come up with obscenity every time.
That's true, yeah.
Every time.
Even the little kids will, but you know, I just tell them not to. Another great thing about Kahoot, you can pick a skill that you're working with, and you can just search for it, and 9 times out of 10 it's there, and you can use that. You can give your students the book and let them make their own Kahoot, and that way you can incorporate reading and writing and math skills at the same time. Let them make a Kahoot, but you would not allow them to show their Kahoot or play their Kahoot until it's grammatically correct, okay? And the answers are correct as well. So they're still learning, and then they're assisting with instructions to deliver to their classmates, all right? So, last part of the slideshow is, we want to know, what does it look like in the classroom? What does it look like in the classroom?
See, I would use this in library as well, but also like the vocab.
And that concludes my presentation.
Very good.
Good job.